I'm making some chutney today, and I'm going to make it out of a mix of red and green tomatoes. You can use all red tomatoes if you want, or you could use all green, that's up to you. But I like to make it after a mixture. I think it just adds that little bit extra flavour. That's 1,000 grams or 1 kilogram of tomatoes there. But obviously when you're making chutney, depending on how many jars you're trying to make, you're going to have to adjust all these ingredients to suit. Also, I'm going to be putting in 2 onions, and you can use red onions, they are a little bit sweeter, or you can just use regular ones. And today I'm just using regular onions. And I'll be using some red wine vinegar too. Now when it comes to preparing these tomatoes, if you don't want the skins in that chutney, just drop them into boiling water for a couple of minutes and then put them straight into ice water, and then those skins will just peel off. But I'm not going to bother doing that today. I'm just going to leave them as they are. And because I'm using these type of tomatoes, which are Italian plum, I'm basically just half these. And then if I don't want the seeds, I can just get rid of the seeds before we start. And because I don't like seeds in this chutney, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to half them, de-seed them, and then move on. So I'm just going to rinse those on the tap. And all seeds have gone. That's all those done. Now we just need to chop them and put them straight in a pan. So I'm basically just going to half these and then chop them into smallish chunks. That's that last one going in. And that's basically filled a medium-sized pan. But as we cook this, it's going to reduce. Now we need 2 onions. So I'll just go through it and then go through it again. And we'll put them onions in that pan as well. And I'm going to add half a cup of red wine vinegar to that. I'm also adding just under half a cup of brown sugar because I want this to be a sweet chutney. But if you don't want it as sweet, just add less sugar. I ain't got any garlic cloves left, so a teaspoon of garlic granules and a teaspoon of paprika, just to give it a bit extra flavour, and about half a teaspoon of ginger. We also want some black pepper in there. Just do it to suit your own taste. And half a teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to give that a bit of a mix. I can smell all that flavour in this already. So we'll put this on a low heat, and then gradually this will start to break down. So I've got this on a low heat, and you can see all that liquid's now starting to come out. So what we want to be doing with this is basically reducing it down until there's no liquid left in it, and all that flavour has been absorbed by those chopped tomatoes. So keep it on a low setting so it's just bubbling, and then stir it every now and again so it don't catch on bottom. And we'll come back to that in about 20 minutes. This is about 15 minutes later, and you can see this is all starting to break down nicely now. I'm still going to cook it on low for quite a while longer until we get rid of all that liquid. So another 15 minutes later, and you can see it's broke down even more now. We're not far off. This is the important bit. As you get to this stage, you need to keep stirring it every now and again. Otherwise it's going to burn to the bottom of that pan. This chutney is now done. The way you tell, if you drag a spoon through it, you'll see it leaves a gap and there's no liquid there. And that's how you know your chutney's done. So we can get that into a sterilised jars now. But I am going to let it cool down a little bit first. That's cooled down quite a bit now. So I'm going to start transferring it to these jars. I'll try not to spill it everywhere during the process. There's enough here to make up 2 jars. Just going to press it down in case there's any air trapped in there. And then I'm just going to press it about 1 centimetre short at the top of that jar. I'm just going to make sure the top of this jar is clean. Then we can pop his lid on, nice and tight. If you want to extend shelf life for this chutney, just pop it into a pan of water and let it boil for about 5 minutes. Definitely a recipe worth trying, especially if you end up with a lot of green tomatoes by end of season. You can make up some batches of that chutney, and it stores for quite a long time as well. If you're interested in seeing other recipes on this channel in future, please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I look forward to seeing you then. Take care.